Hey guys, it's Charlie, and in today's video, I'll be teaching you how to become a professional photographer making hundreds or thousands of dollars per day. Now, I've been doing photography since 2007. I worked as a professional photographer for many, many years. And yeah, I'm just basically gonna teach you guys everything that I learned along the journey and how I was able to become a successful photographer. By the end, you'll have all the resources that you guys need in order to start your photography career. And guys, this is such a great high value skill. You can absolutely crush it in terms of income when you are a professional photographer. Like, we are talking thousands of dollars per day. I know photographers that are charging $5,000, $10,000 plus for one wedding. So yeah, if you do it right, if you do the marketing correctly, then this can be an absolutely amazing way to build your own business. So let's first talk about the gear, because I think this is a question that a lot of people have. And gear itself, it is important, but it's also not that important. Okay, so when it comes to gear, the most important thing is going to be your lens. It's not going to be the actual camera body itself. So this camera is the Sony a7 III. I also shoot with Sony a7S IIIs, but for photography, I think a lot of people are going to prefer the a7 III. It's a great camera. You don't need to, splurge on something this expensive, but I'll say that if you want to do this professionally, you'll probably want to spend at least $500 on the camera body itself. In terms of what company to go with, there's Sony, there's Canon, there's Nikon, there's so many other brands out there. I personally shot with Canon for, I think, over 10 years, and then I switched over to Sony. And as of right now, you can't really go wrong with either, but I prefer Sony. That brings us to the more important part, which is the lens. And if you want to become a professional photographer, first, what lens you choose depends on what type of photography you do. Now, I was a portrait and, people photographer, so I shot grad shoots, weddings, engagements, parties, student groups, stuff like that. And yeah, when it comes to portraits, I think prime lenses are without doubt the best thing you guys can buy. So I have in my hand the Sony 35mm f1.8. This is an amazing, wider portrait lens. Also have the 55mm f1.8 right here. These are both relatively affordable. I think they're under $500. I also have the 85 1.8 that I just purchased. Another really great, more budget friendly lens, but these are all primes. And with primes, you just get that really amazing bokeh in the back. That's what really makes photos look professional. So I definitely recommend investing in some high quality prime lenses. If you guys are absolute beginners, then you probably aren't understanding what I'm talking about, but feel free to do your own research about different camera bodies and different lenses. You guys could probably spend a week or two learning all that stuff, but main takeaway for gear is get a decent camera body and then splurge on the lenses, particularly prime lenses if possible. That brings us to the next part, which is basically deciding on a niche. But I feel like people like talking about gear, so that's why I want to talk about that first and get out of the way. But in terms of a niche, yes, you don't want to be a generalist. You don't want to do, pictures of people, but also do professional landscapes, astrophotography, bird photography, and all that stuff. Yes, you can do that for your own enjoyment, but if you want to make money from photography, you're going to want to focus on one particular niche. And I know the people niche, like the portrait niche, is relatively broad. You can try to focus on all types of, portraits, but if you really want to make more money, I'd say focus on one even more specific niche within that niche. For example, you could do weddings and engagement shoots only, focus on doing actor headshots, or you can focus on doing birthday parties. Build that niche. That allows you to charge way more money and it allows you to actually be known for something. If you want to make money in photography, I'll say the best broad niche, of course, is just shooting portraits, and then niching down more specifically, weddings are really good. Doing actor headshots is also really good, but it really depends on what your passion is and what you actually enjoy shooting. So the next step is basically learning, and this takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of practice. I think a lot of people think, hey, I can just pick up a camera and a good lens and start shooting and instantly start making money, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. And if you do start making money, it's probably not going to be that much money. But with photography, it's something that's so fun. If you really enjoy photography, then practicing with your friends, practicing outside, whatever it is, it's a lot of fun. And the great thing is that you're also learning as well. So as you are learning, you are also building your portfolio, and that portfolio you can put on your website. But yeah, building up your skills as a photographer is very important. It takes a lot of doing to learn. Yes, you can learn the theory, you can learn the fundamentals online just by reading, but you actually need to take that, put it into practice, and that's what's really going to elevate your shooting. This initial learning phase may be a few months, it may be a year or two. Everyone starts off with different natural abilities in photography, and the thing is, you just need to do a lot of practice, a lot of free shoots or heavily discounted shoots until your skill is at a level where you can comfortably charge money to your clients. Okay, so the next section of this video, we're basically going to be talking about about your marketing. And your marketing is so important as a photographer, because if no one knows that you are a talented photographer, no one's going to hire you and you're not going to make any money in this career. So we'll first talk about building up a website, then we'll talk about doing social media. A lot of photographers, they sort of do, but they don't go all in on that. And when you're not doing social media or have a website, you're missing out on a lot of potential clients, trust me. So we'll leave a link down below to Wix. This is going to be the website builder that I recommend to build your photography portfolio website. And this is so important, you guys. If you guys don't have a website and you're a photographer, no one's going to really see your work. No one's going to be able to contact you, see your packages and all that stuff. And that is not good, especially if you want to take this career seriously. So if you guys click on the link down below to Wix, you can actually start building your website for free. Although I do recommend upgrading so that you can use a custom domain as well as have other functionality on your website. So basically that link down below is going to take you to this page. You'll want to enter in your email address and then click start now. It's going to take you through a questionnaire to determine what type of website is best for you. So we'll search up photography and let's choose photography portfolio. Click next. Let's call this Charlie Chang photography. Click next. It's going to have you actually select what types of apps you want on your website. So we definitely do want a portfolio. You can also have your clients schedule bookings with you on your website if you want. And then we're going to go to our dashboard and I'm going to show you guys some of their templates. So we'll click on design site right here. It's going to bring up this, which basically asks you a question. How would you like to design your website? Do you want Wix to create a site for you, or do you want to customize a design template? Now for 95% of you guys watching this, I'd say go with this one. It offers a lot more functionality, a lot more customization, and it's just the better choice. So we'll click pick a template. Now, one great thing about Wix is that they have so many great professionally designed templates that you guys can use. So I'm going to scroll through here. We're going to see which of these matches our brand, our photography business. They have an insane number of choices that we can look through. And yeah, let's say that we are a wedding photographer and we want something like this, right? So we can click view, and this is going to show you what this website sort of looks like. If you like how this looks, we can actually click edit the site. And that's going to open up the Wix website editor, which as you guys will see is super intuitive and easy to use. Now, I'm not going to show you guys exactly how to build a website because that is going to take too long, and I have other videos showing you guys how to do that. But we instantly have a very good looking website that we can customize with our own images. If I double click this, I can change this background to something else. I can upload our own images. We can double click here, change the text. And yeah, there's so much you guys can do, but I sort of want to talk more about the other stuff in this video. And yeah, as you guys can see, it's super easy to create a website. You will want to upgrade to their paid plan because that's going to allow you to use your custom domain, which is 100% necessary, as well as remove the Wix branding from your website and get access to more functionality. But yeah, I love this template. I think it looks so professional and you can literally make your website in maybe an hour or two. So yeah, definitely do this if you don't have a good looking website yet. Now that's your photography portfolio so that clients can see your work. You're also going to want some type of image delivery system or platform. And that's where I recommend using Smugmug. I've been using them for many years now. It's a really great platform and it's basically how I deliver images to all my clients. That link as well as Wix is going to be down below. And if you guys do use those links, it will help support the channel. We do get a small commission. So yeah, thank you so much in advance. That leads us to doing social media, which is something that a lot of photographers are not that good at, but should be good at because it's that important. You essentially want everyone to know that you are a photographer. You want to be the first person to come to mind when they think photography. And so to do that, you're going to need to create a lot of content and you're going to need to post that content on all the different social media platforms. For example, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and even platforms like LinkedIn and Pinterest. Basically, what you want to do is you want to give out value to your audience, right? And you also want to think, who is my target audience? Is your target audience other photographers, or is it people that are looking to hire a photographer? Now, for most of you guys, it's probably going to be the latter. It's probably going to be looking for clients. And so you want to give value to people that are looking to book a photographer for any sort of event. For example, if you are a wedding photographer, create an Instagram page where you give out tips to people that are about to get married, helping them select a photographer. If you give them value like that, they are way more likely to trust you. And when you mix those value-based posts with posts of your photos, as well as some posts of your own personal life, this really makes them that much more likely to want to hire you as their photographer. This is a very important part of your marketing. And if you don't get your marketing right, it's just very hard to get clients, especially at the start. So that's why I definitely recommend build your website, set up your social media platforms, and then start posting consistently and give out value. Now, when it comes to actually working with clients, of course, you need to do a really good job. And that's where all your months or years of practice sort of come in. Not only is this like a service-based job, but it's also a personality-based job, right? You need to become friends friends with your clients, because a huge part of referrals is not only good work, but also the relationship. So you need to be friendly, you need to be nice, you need to be punctual, you need to create actual great images, and you want to make your clients as happy as possible. If you do this, I guarantee you're going to crush it. They are going to book a shoot with you. They're going to get their pictures. They're going to be wowed. Those friends are going to be wowed as well, because if you did a good job for them, then you probably are going to do a good job for their friend as well. And then that friend is going to tell their friends, and sort of spreads like wildfire. That's essentially how I built my business, because social media at that time was not that big, but with word of mouth, I was able to become, I think, the most popular photographer at UCLA. And I'd say 80-90% of my clients all came from word of mouth. At some point, you'll also want to create an LLC or an S corporation. This is going to protect yourself in case your business does get sued. It means that they can't come after your personal assets, which is something that's always not good. It also makes your business more official, and there are actually some certain big tax advantages if you make over a certain amount of money. We're not going to dive into that deeply in this video, but we have tons of other videos on this channel that sort of talk about that, and I'm going to link those down below. So yeah, if you do your research and you find that creating an LLC or an S corp is right for you, then you guys can also look at the videos down below. We teach you exactly step by step how to set up an LLC, and that pretty much is like the final step in making your business official. Now I'm going to talk about some of my big tips when it comes to, continuing your education as a photographer and things that I wish I did more of. So the thing that I'm really proud of is how much I learned just by myself by reading online forums. So there are a lot of really great forums out there. For example, Photography on the Net. And on these forums, you can basically talk with other photographers, network with them. There are tons and tons of threads of people posting their images looking for feedback. So that's a really great way to build your photography eye. And yeah, I would literally spend hours a day on these forums, sort of refining my skills and learning about photography. I really do think that's one reason why I have a particularly good eye when it comes to creating good photographs. It's because I've seen so many photographs, I've seen so much feedback on those photographs, so I sort of know what works and what doesn't. Beyond that, when it comes to your equipment, it doesn't matter that much what stuff you have, like we talked about earlier. You'll want to continually add lenses to your arsenal so that you can get different perspectives and things like that. But I'd say don't spend all your money on this, rather spend your time and money on your marketing instead. Building a website, building your social media, and creating videos. That's really how you're going to get your clients. If there's any local groups, I encourage you guys to meet other photographers as well. There's a lot of value when it comes to masterminding with people in the same industry. You'll learn how they price their clients. You'll learn, new techniques and tricks that they have. And yeah, I guarantee you this is one of the best things you guys can do as well. So yeah, essentially that is my overall guide on how you guys can become a professional photographer. We went over a bunch of different steps. I know that this video could probably be 5 to 10 hours long, but I wanted to make this video to give you guys this general overview of what it's like to become a photographer, my tips and tricks, as well as some steps you guys should be taking to get to that professional level. If you guys watch this video and actually take action and implement the things we talked about, your photography business is going to grow so much faster, I guarantee it. So yeah, definitely don't just watch this video and not do anything. Actually take action. All the links we talked about are going to be down below in the description. And yeah, whatever time and money you invest right now, it's going to pay off. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you guys free guides and tutorials helping you to start up your business. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.